Yo, it's your boy, Mr. John Kingdom Entertainment Media and Film, and I'm the host of the Gentleman Podcast, and I'm here with
Sister Q the comedian. What's up, y'all? What's up? We up here with the Gentleman Podcast. Getting ready. We getting ready.
So we here for another episode, and we on the third episode now, and we gonna talk about a lot about celebrities. We gonna talk about politics. We gonna talk about relationships. But the most general thing we want to start off with is Clarissa Shields and Remy Ma beefing over a man that Papoose was trying to move on. Am I right?
Yeah, that's the topic I was telling you about that I wanted to talk about today, yeah.
So it's like, but I don't understand on why that Remy Ma cheated on Papoose in the first place. Because she cheated on Papoose with a battle rapper that has nothing. Yeah, that just don't make sense because she's mad at him for moving on. Not just moving on, upgraded. You know what I'm saying? What you think?
Well, when I was talking to you about it earlier, about one of the topics I wanted to talk about Clarissa Shields, first of all, I gotta give credit where credit is due. She's an amazing athlete because not only does she box, she's also a mixed martial arts fighter as well. So she's been dominating so many different levels in the boxing world. She came up 3 weight classes, and each weight class that she came up in, she about three to four fights. She got 3 belts in each fight. So she came up 3 weight sizes. So she really put women boxing on the map, women heavyweight, middleweight on the map, and also too she's a 2-time gold medalist. So to me, when I heard the news about her messing with Papoose or whatever that was with her and Remy Ma, that was kind of disdained a little bit. Because that takes away from a lot of your character that we all are trying to look at you in a positive role model, especially being a black female athlete and coming from Flint, you know, you represented a lot. And it's very weird to see them going back and forth with Remy Ma, Papoose, because Papoose and Remy Ma was the staple for a long time as black love, black marriages and relationships
Most
and stuff.
Definitely, yes.
So yeah,
it was the power couple that was like a rival to Jay-Z and Beyonce.
Right.
So it was like, it was mind blowing when it said Remy Ma cheated on her, well, about to be ex-husband, Papoose. So, but she shouldn't be mad. She shouldn't be mad because Papoose moved on to not just a woman, but an upgraded level woman. Period. Right? Like, I'm happy for her. She got who she wanted. Now love is in the air. Now Clarissa Shields and Papoose posting everywhere. They was on the beach the other day. They was in Miami holding hands.
listen, you know the old saying goes: sometimes you lose them where you get them, and that be some real stuff. So they ready to take their karma, whatever the way it comes, especially if they're not divorced yet. You know, I think they should have waited till after the divorce to really, you know, move further with a lot of different stuff. Especially, you know, Clarissa has a movie out, you know, about her life. She has documentaries. Again, she's a 2-time gold medalist. So with carrying your big win, you got a lot coming right behind you. And to drag that baggage with you in your light, you know, it is what it is, because life be lifing, you know.
It do be lifing.
Things gonna happen, you know. But I just want people to just respect her as an athlete, and not so much as with her personal life. You know what I mean? Because you know we all are human. We go through things, but I think they should have waited till after the divorce, in my personal opinion.
Yeah, but you see a lot of people are starting to move on from them being divorced. You got Cardi B and Offset. You know, Cardi B starting to talk to this NFL player now.
Mm.
So it's, you know, Offset, he's still being a thought around, but he said because he didn't felt love in the marriage. Like it,
Stop.
that's being honest. If he say I never felt love, and I'm speaking from a man that was in a relationship that just I was not in love. Not my fiance, but you know, past women that I was in relationships with that I just never felt love, no sexual attention. It was just dry and bland, and you just starfish me, just laying there. Like it just, I'm feeling what Offset is coming from, and
I don't think it's genuine. I really don't. I'm not trying to be smart. I really don't think it's genuine.
but you see a lot of celebrities that when they get into relationships, it just don't be natural, and it's what it is.
I think it's the fan fave. They got to these relationships because of the fan faves. You know, they got married because of the hype behind them. They always up and coming. Even though they were out before her, they're more successful before her. But once they became like a power couple, or people start seeing them dating, made it more probably than what the relationship was probably worth. Probably.
Mm-hmm.
Then eventually, you know, it built up on some other stuff. Because Cardi B was like a kind of like a hard cookie, but you didn't see her really.
She was definitely she bad. It's just everything about her is not just her outer appearance. It's just her as a person. It just said, look, I'm gonna go get it. I'm gonna get my money, and that's just what it is. I'm trying to get out of poverty because she was on Love and Hip Hop when she was coming up. Then this whole thing with that when she got in Love and Hip Hop, then she started branching out, and Bodak Yellow blew up, and all this other stuff came after. So it's like when she met up with Offset, he was at his peak of his career and how he was in Amigos and his family.
Yeah.
Then when he got together, then it was like oil and water.
I'm sorry, I liked her better on Love and Hip Hop. Cardi B with the messed up teeth. Yes, I did. Even though she still kind of bring that same energy, I think she's a lot more vulnerable now because she have children. But I really did. I really loved. I really loved her energy in Love and Hip Hop because she was out on the streets doing her little thing. This for educational purposes. She was handling business. You know, people was on her page talking whatever. She would meet up with you and do and squabble and get it in. So I liked it because she was more relatable. I think she's still relatable. It's just at a different level, and I think it should be that because she's a mother. So
right.
I just wish they get a little bit more etiquette. I think a lot of these people that's coming into a lot of money, they need etiquette classes, especially when you coming from the hood, and you never had a lot of money, and you need to know who your surroundings are, financial, and it's just a lot of things that come with that celebrity. It's a lot to come with it.
Yeah, because now you starting to look at couples like you got Kanye West and Bianca, but Bianca's trying to make herself look like Kim Kardashian.
Mm.
You know, always posing naked, always showing herself like, look, I'm better than this chick. Stop thinking that she's not good to me, because that was the comment. That's now she's doing what she's doing now because somebody said, "Oh, Kim Kardashian looks better than you." So it's her choice that she wants to parade herself as naked. It's not Kanye West trying to make her look like, you know.
It's she trying to get them Kim Kardashian coins, honey. And I gotta on that one. She's trying to get them Kim Kardashian coins. It's like Kim and Ray J. When Kim came out with them, nobody know who she really was until they did that video. And people started searching that video. Like, they didn't care who she was like that. You know, first of all, people was calling her a white tea woman, you know. So, yeah.
She was definitely like a trophy wife.
She was a trophy of something, and I don't think it was wife. Oops. But, yeah. I don't think to me, none of them are wifey material, okay? Even what's the father, daddy / mommy name? Ken Jenner, whatever. Jenner Kenner.
Kris Jenner.
I'm sorry. It's in our community. It's somewhere in the alphabet. I don't know.
He's definitely in
I
your
can say it,
community.
educational purposes. Okay.
He's definitely in your community.
But what's weird? I don't mean to be sidetracked. What's weird when it was a man?
Mm-hmm.
It looked at
He was
more,
an Olympian.
It looked at more feminine than the mother.
He was an Olympian.
I thought something was wrong.
He was
I
an
thought-
Olympian.
I thought
Then
he
turned
got-
himself into a
I
woman.
thought he was melted in the face. I didn't know that was his real face. I don't know because
Oh,
he
God.
looked weird, like Skeletor. Educational purposes. For educational purposes, like I really thought
So what do you label him as?
it as
This is your community. I don't got nothing to do with
it's
this.
not part of my community. I don't like men or women. Told you. Activated but not activated. Love you guys, but yeah. 9-year hiatus. Okay? Single and celibate. Y'all can have this unhappy rainbow sometimes. We're not
But it-
activated yet.
It just, when celebrity couples come in, and you think about Kanye and Kim, and
Well-
they didn't work out, but then you got Will and Jada, and it's like that was the couple. Then all of a sudden,
The throuple.
it was like
The throuple.
the throuple.
It was the throuple.
I thought it was
Remember?
entanglement, but it was
It is. The entanglement of the throuple.
But
What's that guy? What's that singer that they had?
August I was saying.
Right. That was a
That's my guy
throuple.
though.
That was their guy too. That was their guy too. He was mad he wasn't getting that allowance anymore. Okay? That allowance was cut off. They found a new boo. He found out about that new boo. He found out about that new boo.
It's all good.
He wasn't getting them bills paid no more. Them albums wasn't albuming no more. Cause I surely did forget about him. I ain't trying to be smart. His music was good. You know, it was. I give props to props to do. After he got into that entanglement, he got detangled and detached from that microphone and that R&B, honey.
He's still getting residuals from all his music though.
He is.
Yeah. He made a song, I Love This. He made a song. Then he made a remix of it, and then he's still playing his song.
Where? At the roller skating ring?
On a radio station around the world.
At the arcade? Because I ain't hear that song in a minute.
In a long time.
Yeah, I mean, not to say he's not getting the residuals, but they usually don't really make that much.
And his whole album is still playing.
You gotta realize when they get this record label, you gotta pay back that record label from that money that you use in advance. Your entourage, whatever expenses that they. You coming out with peanuts and pennies, peanuts and pennies. That's why he was in that throuple. He was trying to make them coins. He knew what he was doing. Cause that's what it is. I learned it from their daughter. I didn't even know what a throuple was. Two little what's her name?
Willow.
Little Willow was talking about when she was in the throuple. I'm like, girl, what is that? I didn't even realize I was in one. Okay.
She was a pansexual.
Yeah, I didn't even realize I was in one.
She was definitely a pansexual because she likes everybody.
Listen, I don't think they know what they like. I don't, because to me, I don't think a lot of these celebrities have not been around real people in so long. It's so long, they rather trust a damn robot than
So
that.
you feel like
I bet they trust them cell phones better than they trust each
the
other.
only power couple is left is Beyonce and Jay-Z.
No, I'm definitely not saying that.
Don't count me, Beehive. All right.
Definitely not saying that. They're just more out in the forefront. It's a lot of people in our communities. My mother and father been married for 43 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, that part. They're in the community. They help out and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
They going around helping singers and helping kids and giving back to the community. It's just a lot of people don't have that limelight, like they do, that money power that back.
I mean, you still got Barack.
Are they really
Barack
happy?
and Michelle, still a power couple.
Yeah. Again, are these people happy?
Most definitely.
I don't think that they are. Are you noticing a lot of people with a lot of this money are not really happy?
Now there's one couple that got together and broke up, and that was Janet Jackson and this billionaire Italian man. Then she had a baby at 50.
Do you think she happy?
She wasn't happy because it was an abusive relationship. That's why she broke it off in a month when they was married.
And she just wanted that baby.
And she just wanted a baby.
So they can stop talking about that 30, 40-year-old baby that she been had.
One guy was
educational
a billionaire.
Purposes.
One guy was a billionaire. She got over $100 million in herself. But it wasn't the money that brought them together. They broke apart because he was abusive to her. This was in like tabloids and TMZ.
I think Janet took one of her old songs from back in the day, Control, and snapped into old Janet and hit one of them moves with them knee pads on him, on life. Wore his billionaire self out. She said, not on my Jacksons.
This was this fan.
I'm in the fan club. It's for my fans. No, it's the Kiki behind it. I've been watching a lot of this down south country music.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
And a lot of them, when they doing the line dancing, they snapping their fans. I said, all right, I found my little fan community. I done found my little fan. I've been popping my clapper. I've been popping. It's called a clapper. I'm going to show it one time because it might take up the whole damn screen. It's called a clapper. Because it make that sound. It makes that sound. It's called a clapper. But I've been using this probably over 5 years. Before they even came out with that country line dance and stuff.
I don't know, like country dancing been around for a while.
No, they use this in the line dance.
Oh, they used it in the
okay. Part of the steps and stuff. Yeah, I got hippie to it. But let's get back on topic. Like, you really don't seriously think that Janet did something to that man?
No, Janet, she probably did something though, because.
So you seen that in Tyler Perry movie, right? When she snapped out.
Yeah.
When she snapped out, when she asked the man was he gay.
But then Tupac, he even said he was like, nah, she'll show you crazy.
Oh, Janet.
Yeah, when Tupac and Janet was
she had to be crazy to play Penny on Good Times.
You forgot Poetic Justice?
No. Penny on Good Times. She was going through some real traumatic stuff in her real life that when she put it on the screen, she played Penny down. She had some of that built up, pent up Penny energy on that billionaire.
Oh, wow.
Like Michael Jackson with Ben. No shade. No shade.
Oh, my God. Moving on to the next topic is Donald Trump and him destroying the whole economy when it comes to people getting unemployed, people getting... It's just so much is happening. Now, as races of blackness, that we need to be aware of what's happening at this day and age, because on February 28th, people should go on a boycott where don't go to Walmart, don't go to Target, don't go to no chains. Don't spend nothing. Get everything on a Thursday. Get everything on a Wednesday. Just we choosing this Friday, February 28th, to not spend nothing. We have to show these people that we bring in the money, and we have to make a stand that
we standing on business. We standing on business.
So her and her deep voice. So
it can get deeper.
So it's definitely a hit when it comes to our president acting so out of his mind because he's gonna get arrested after his term is over.
I just want to piggyback on that.
What?
Acting, it's not an act. It's not an act.
He's bona fide crazy.
When people tell you who they are, usually that's who they are. He's definitely been telling us who he was. Now he's showing you. He was already showing you previous. And some of you guys, you didn't want a black woman in office.
I voted for her.
And some of you got online, as far as to go online and talk about how you disliked her. This man, what was it, yesterday? Was it yesterday, the day before, when he was firing the top people in the army, in the military? saying so much so if you are about equality and all types of other weird stuff, he's firing you. We're gonna make it make sense. It's gonna make sense. Listen, I've been trying to tell you about this orange powder donut. I've been trying to tell you about this orange powder donut. Been preparing y'all. The last minute votes from the people from the Mexicans, y'all came in and voted for him, and he's now deporting y'all, snatching y'all your jobs, your schools, off the streets. You know, like, who's reporting y'all? Like, I'm trying to figure out who's reporting y'all. Like, have y'all been on this radar? And there's all of a sudden now, like, is this weird? Like, some of my neighbors been missing. And I'm getting kind of worried. I'm like, I never seen them like. Not to say they don't have a background.
Or ISIS popped up.
Not to say they don't have a background, but I know the years that they have been living there, I never had no issues out of them. I always see them as a loving, kind families. You know, I consider them in my community too because they're brown people. You know, they're of black descent. You know, for those who don't know, they are of black descent. And our fellow brother that's in office now, you know, I know he misses his tribe. I think that's what it is. It's a lot of jealousy about missing his tribe, you know, being in those Caucasus Mountains, you know, for so long. But educational purposes. National Geographic, you better check it out.
The source.
They definitely found the info where life formed at. So, for those who don't know,
now you know.
I think all communities should come together because it's going to affect everybody, not just some people. It's never going to affect his family because they're wealthy.
That part. The
things he's taking away and the things he's discriminating against will never affect his family. So y'all definitely understand that. They would never see that effect, ever.
It comes to a lot when he's destroying the foundation of the United States because everybody's getting affected by it. It's not just he's trying to protect the rich, but still hit the people that's middle class, people going 9 to 5s, people that got their own businesses, and he's still getting smacked and fined and all this different types of stuff that's happening. But if we can't make a stand, if we can't boycott, if we can't say, like, look, enough is enough, then it will continue to happen throughout the time. There was times where, back in the 20s and 30s and 60s, where they had to march. They had to tell them, like, look, enough is enough. And now we get into a time where, fast forward to the future, we got Black Lives Matter. We got things are happening now where it's 2025. Same things are happening, just a different time. So what can change? What do you feel like that can change the most? Where's the area that is more familiar? First it was police brutality, but then he can start cracking down and giving people these cameras. Okay, we fixed that. Now all of a sudden, the opposite races are looking at, okay, and they're starting to notice that we're standing up for ourselves. We're getting more technological. We're getting more educated. People don't like that. You know why? Because they don't want to see us win.
No, we was always educated. We created the first form of the alphabet, the first written letter, the first paper,
first traffic light, the White House,
first mathematical equation. You know, I don't know if y'all know Imhotep. Imhotep was a triple genius. He built the first staircase pyramids and a bunch of other things. He was a chemist. He was a doctor and all types of stuff. So it's always been there. It's just now we have a better platform with certain things. They can't shut us down and shut us up. A lot of people become more educated. Not even just people, children. Children are really, really taking a soar in their education. They're finishing college before 15. You know, these babies are really, really doing it. I have a young lady that's in my life. I seen her GPA. I never even seen a GPA like that. And shout out to Homegirl, Diamond, you did that. You did that, honey. You did that with your babies. Um, these babies are so intelligent. They get skipped 2 and 3, 4 grades. One of my daughters, I know, when I was in school, we didn't even hear about kids doing trigonometry and stuff like that. You know, they just need a good village behind them and believing them and pushing them. Just because we didn't make it in our day, we still need to push them forward. Because we got to protect these babies. We got to protect them. We really do.
So you feel like in Black History Month, and you can think about certain leadership that you can point out to say, like, you know what, this is Black History Month. We are celebrating the blackness of us. I feel like the only person I can really look to when it comes to the black community, and I've been saying this for years, and it's always been, you know, Barack Obama is like the forefront of it, but you got like other people though.
Mm-hmm.
And I respect Brandon Scott. Brandon Scott did he did a lot in the city. When it comes to Baltimore City, he did a lot. I ain't gonna hold you. There's so many different places. Perkin homes look different. All these different communities. Park Heights is starting to get more apartment complexes.
That's his community. Like, that's his community. Park Heights is his community. I met him on several occasions.
So it's like, you know,
I met him on several occasions.
Like East Baltimore getting renovated, West Baltimore getting renovated. Now they're starting looking towards South Baltimore to see like what can we do differently. You know what I'm saying?
Well, there's a lot of community meetings I used to participate in. I have had the pleasure to sit with the past 5 mayors, governors, broke bread with a lot of them. Like I said, I met Brandon Scott on several occasions. He used to come out to a lot of our community events and support. I think we got to get, again, our elders back more involved with the community and engaging with the young people, because the young people don't have nobody passing nothing back to them. And they're getting most of their information, and there's a lot of it is misled from off the internet. From off the internet, these crazy shows, not trying to down nobody's show and stuff like that, but a lot of stuff is not for children. A lot of these children are trying to implement that in their life on some real life stuff. Baddies, shot o'clock. What are you saying at 5 or 6 years old or 10 years old? That shouldn't even be in your repertoire at all. That shouldn't even be in your day-to-day life. You should not be watching that or indulging in it.
Or their parents shouldn't be showing it to them.
Not at all. Not at all. And that's another thing I want to talk about. A lot of these parents are indulging in with children. Or giving permission to do a lot of things that they're doing. So that's why when they're interacting with us, the public, we're not even understanding why these kids don't understand, don't know. They don't understand, don't know because they're not being taught. It's not being taught. It's not. And I just experienced that this week and a couple of, like 2 weeks ago. It's not being taught. It's not.
But it's always good that, because you are accountable for what you know. And a lot of times people ain't going to know certain information unless they research it. Or they be like, oh my God, what is this? Scrolling through social media and they see something and they be like, oh, let me know something about this. And it goes back to what I was saying about when information gets leaks out and people see certain things, politics, they see leadership, they see people in power, I think that's okay. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, what can the people can do to influence certain things about what's happening right now in the world? A lot has changed, most definitely. I don't think Baltimore City hasn't got this whole thing about potholes yet, but, you know, that's a whole other topic.
I think strongly on, we got to build our family core back up. We got to build the family core back up. You know, now people getting out of jail, after doing these long jail terms, getting brushed back into this society that they have been ostracized from. A lot of the things that was help lifting them up while they were locked up, a lot of those programs were taken away from them. So it's all about building our family dynamic back up. Building our family dynamic back up, loving up on each other, especially now. We got this for 4 years. Like I said, people ain't taking none of that serious. We got to build that family dynamic back up because we're going to be lost. If we can't pull each other up out of that barrel and push each other to doing something positive, coming up with some creative ideas, already trying to take the finances away, trying to take the food away. If he's sending these people back to their country, who is out there going to be picking in those fields? I know they not going to be out there in that hot sun. We done did it over 500 years and we don't want to go back. Not say we ain't going to do it because we got to do it, but that's not at the top of our list. And not to say we shouldn't be able to do those jobs. I think if you can do those jobs, do whatever jobs. I do carpentry, construction, and stuff like that, so I'm used to working with my hands. But one thing I'm not fighting to do is go up in somebody's field. And it just is what it is.
Well, that's why, because you say you got more skills in the workforce, but when you start to see things like this is on CNN, where it says the latest on Trump's presidency as Musk threatens more cuts in the federal workforce. So it's just never going to change. Government is shutting down on federal income. Anybody that's in the government, that's working for the government, working for the federal different agencies, are getting cut. They're getting shown emails to say, look, we are cutting losses on everyone. You'll be black, white, Asian, or Muslim, or even Arabic. They will cut everyone because the government is getting crumbled on the economy. You know what I'm saying? So
listen,
I don't believe in why people voted for Donald Trump, but he's just not helping. Not even just the rich, not just the middle class, not just the poor.
That was their choice. That was their choice. That's their guy.
He's hurting everyone's pockets.
My whole thing is, a lot of us regular folks, it really we've been poor our lives. Like, it's not gonna make a difference how poorer we get. It's how we deal with the situations, and a lot of them don't deal with that struggling part very, 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 very good. So you're not going to see a lot of us really too much affected by it because we've always been with systemic racism and just the way our lives has been set up. It's really not going to do so much for us other than make us work harder, period.
That's why they say we have to be strong in black community. We have to be together, support one another, make sure everyone is together. Because it's going to get to a point where if we can support each other, then the other races, they will attack, destroy, and divide.
God bless you. My whole thing is, if we can't change what already has been set in motion, we can only change things for your community. Is like your community is your family, starting at home. You got to bring the families, like I said, back together. And there's a lot of programs, family engagement, and stuff like that, or different ideas. We need to talk to our young people to see what type of plans they want, because it's for the things we're trying to get into office and make is for them. So we definitely need to get some ideas from them, from the young people. Let them know they do have a voice. They have a voice, and we want to hear what they have to say. Even with some of our seniors, we want to hear what they have to say. That whole demographic And then a lot of black males, people keep a lot of things in social media always talk about the black male ain't this and that, and that's not even true. It's not true. It's not true. Most men are with their children. Most men are taking care of their kids in our black community. They
But
really
they ain't
are.
gonna be able to take care of the kids. The economy keep getting hit.
Oh, we gonna make a way. Trust. We gonna make a way.
That's why
It's gonna be the new Underground Railroad. Okay.
Y'all gotta vote.
Educational purposes.
Y'all gotta vote. Is when they say vote for the people that you need to be in the office, because it's gonna be some times with people like Donald Trump that's gonna kill, destroy, and disrupt the whole flow of
Unalive.
life.
Educational purposes.
So it just it's just wild on how this is coming about. Now everything that's happening around the world, you got plane crashes, you got people of natural disasters, you got hurricanes that's happening, forest fires. What is the government going to do with all this other stuff, not just the economy, but now you got all these other things they got to deal with. So it's like powers of the be, the leadership, it has to change. It has to make sense. It has to lead into a new direction of life. So
Well, on that note, with the government that's in there now, remember when he was in there a few years ago, he didn't believe that the ecosystem was being affected, that the earth was changing and the ice glaciers was melting, the ice caps were melting. He didn't believe in it. He thought it was fake news. So now that he's in office, I don't really think he's going to take any of that. He's still not taking any of that serious. Remember Puerto Rico had that, I don't know, it was a tsunami. I can't recall what it was.
right.
But when he went over there, he wasn't over there really to help the people. He threw paper towels at them. Right, that part.
Right.
So we can't really lean on that person to take a lot of things serious. Again, in my community, I know we do an art music water festival. We do a community cleanup. We clean up out of Chesapeake. I know me personally, I participated in doing some photography, putting
It's working towards the future.
yeah, I did some photography showing about the pollution and how to try to correct the pollution about the
Right.
Chesapeake. So each individual, you definitely should do your part for your environment.
Most definitely.
You definitely should. You definitely should do your part for the
Working
environment.
towards on a new future in life. So it's like, and I still have this thought process that I know for a fact that it will go towards a new future in life. Because even though Baltimore City is known for a lot of killings and crimes and
Unalivings.
all these things, they make it sound like we're a little Afghanistan, but there's a whole lot more stuff that's happening outside of Baltimore City that's they're not even focusing on because they focus on us too much. And
I'm gonna piggyback on that when you finish.
now, do I know a couple people that do that? That say like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna make this lick as much as sense as it's gonna make," because that's just what it is. But it's a lot of times because some of these guys are coming out of the system and they have to figure it out because the economy is down. The economy is low. They're not hiring felons. Now certain jobs that felons have to find different jobs to make it make sense, because now just because they have records, now they have kids. They got wives. They got a whole other stuff that's happening around them that say why the economy is not allowing certain people to get jobs. Because the economy is low. The economy is down.
Well,
What you think?
Well, one thing for sure, we gotta save ourselves. There's no magical person coming to save us. And whether you are a felon or not, you can own your own business. They can't take that from you. So,
Stamp your own name.
Yeah, you can do that. So you can take that
Stamp
out
your own
of.
name on what you want
You
to
can
do.
make you can make your way. A lot of people who are more successful now, who are coming out of the system, they own their own businesses and stuff now. Got their own LLCs and stuff like that. Excuse me. And don't let people determine where your future is. This person that's in office had 34 charges, federal charges, and still was able to be president. So anything is possible, you know. So yeah, that part. But like my wise old comedian that I love and adore, Par Mooney, educational purposes, we don't have the complexion for the protection for the collection. Okay?
Amen.
You better learn it and love it. And if not, then definitely now, because we have to deal with that for 4 years. 4 years.
We still impeach him.
So, again,
That never left the table.
if we ain't never tie our bootstraps up any tighter, dig down deep, and stop self-sabotaging ourselves with different things, our shoulda, coulda, wouldas, and nots, whatever, it's a hard knock life for us. It's always been, okay? Like on some real. You gotta do what you gotta do. And like I said, you better think carefully and wisely, because one of the things that he was implementing was repeat offenders or something along the nature, implementing the unalive penalty. Yeah, he was, and he is. So, if that corner life ain't cornering for you, you ain't up in the mansion or the palatial estates, that is not the job for you. It's not. It's just not. It's not for you. Let it go. Gotta let it go.
That part. So
You might have a little bit better luck at McDonald's or Chick-fil-A. You know. You can, look. What's good about that? You can file on taxes. Boom. And you got to look over your shoulder. Boom. Okay.
Oh my God. Let's get into about these relationships because.
Well.
And we're going to talk about certain relationships, right? So we're going to talk about sex. We're going to talk about money. What's more important, is sex or the money? Because ain't no way that you're fucking a woman and you ain't paying this woman to what you want to do.
We're back on that. You didn't learn from the last time. Okay.
I'm just saying. I mean, if you having sex with a woman and you ain't paying some type of money about this woman, what you think?
Y'all can comment. Please write down in the comments and subscribe, please, for this. I try to give him some jewels all the time, but okay. I told you before, no matter what type of relationship that you're in, man, woman, the LGBTQAZZIA world, I can say that because I'm in there somewhere when I'm activated. You are paying for something. A relationship is a relationship. A relationship is an investment. It is. It is.
It is.
It's what you're willing to put into it, but
if I'm fucking her, then it's supposed to be some type of.
That was very strong. That was strong. That was strong.
Stop.
I'm very adamant about that. Very adamant.
You make me laugh.
I'm a comedian. I'm supposed to.
I wasn't ready. But if you fucking her, then it's supposed to be like some type of like an understanding. Like, look, we're in a relationship, at least. If not, then we supposed to have some type of clarity of what are we? Are we just fucking? Are we in a relationship? You get what I'm saying? Like, it makes sense.
I'm trying to wait to say something.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Hey, bruh. Education purposes.
Jesus.
These things need to be established before any intimacy. And intimacy is not always intercourse. It's the verbiage. The first lines of communication is non-communication. That's one. Then there's your communication. You gotta set these ground rules. No matter what type
I do got ground rules.
It's different levels to intimacy. It is.
Okay.
It's different levels to intimacy, and you gotta start. You gotta lay these ground rules down. Now, no matter what type of person that you're dealing with,
Right.
whether she's giving out the coins, you giving out the coins, the coinage is being spent between the both of you or whatever. That needs to be established before intercourse. That's 1 and 2. So you both won't be wasting your time.
I never want to waste my time.
But that's what I'm. And you shouldn't want to waste your coins either. Because just like time is something you never can get back. Them coins you done gave her is something that you can't get back. Okay? Because they're gone. So, but
$1,000 vanish.
like I said, stop giving these women or these people your coins. For what? Like I said, if it's not being something that's serious, you should not be spending that much money on people. Not to say you can't be nice. There's nothing wrong with being nice to a person.
Rules? You want to know my ground rules?
I'm listening because this is something new for me. 44.
If she can't suck dick, this is a ground rule.
Educational purposes, oral sex.
If she can't ride, it
in a truck.
That blows my mind.
Her legs have to be ambidextrous. Her legs, her hands.
And it always comes to like if she's like naturally wet and I don't gotta touch it at all. You feel me?
We just straight to it.
So it's like it gotta be something that's gonna draw me.
So she can't be dry at all.
No.
She can't
Yeah.
That's not everybody's. Y'all watching too much porn. Everybody's vagina's not naturally doesn't naturally do that.
No, there's a lot of
some
women
people do menopause. Some people have trauma.
Naturally what?
Some people have things that this.
If you
is different.
If you're attracted to that person, then it's like they're gonna be naturally wet to you. That's just what it is.
That's like saying your dick is gonna naturally come every time. Like, come on, that's our vaginas work different too. Every chick you see ain't gonna make you want to, or make you leak. You feel me? Like it's not gonna happen. It's not. Everybody's made different. Everybody's built different.
Yeah. All right. Check this out. All right. And this is.
I'm a coochie connoisseur, honey. So
I'm that too. What you mean?
Oh, okay.
So it's like, you know, if a woman can't take dick over an hour, then it's like you know what I'm saying. It is a real turn off for me because it's like I'm not a person.
How long can you take coochie?
I can take a long periods of time.
Have you timed yourself?
I time myself.
You want her to take dick over an hour? How long can you take coochie?
About an hour and a half.
Some of us can last longer than that, so you might want to get your game up. Told you I'm dropping motherfucking jewels. Yeah. Yeah, some of us can go hours and days hours.
I didn't say you giving it to him. I'm talking about...
We say giving and taking. Everybody's vagina is built different. Once you get a little bit more experience with a lot of different types of women, you will definitely understand that. You would definitely understand that everybody's pussy ain't built the same. Everybody's not built in for the riding. Everybody's not built in for that deep impact. Like
and another thing, they can't deep throat. That just made it.
Oh, not you tap me on my shoulder with the deep throat. Educational purposes. My name is not Linda Lovelace. I'm Sister Kid. I don't deep throat. I might do some deep licking. Educational purposes. But no, like that. Why? That's a deal breaker.
That's a deal breaker. That's a deal breaker for me. If they can't deep throat, it's a deal breaker for me. I'm telling you.
You might have got to get her some products for me. You might got to get her something to soothe her throat to take all that or whatever's going on. Everybody ain't prepared for all of that.
What you mean? If I'm just
What you mean? What I mean? Don't you have a certain type of female that you date
I do.
in all facets, right?
Like if I got a high sex drive, so she got to match my energy. You know what I'm saying?
I'm talking about what you accept, what you want.
What I accept and what I don't accept was far as sex.
I'm saying, far as a female build, period.
Oh,
You ain't letting everybody plop down on top of your head and face and
I
suffocate
don't care
you.
if she BBW.
Oh no, I ain't say. See that. Don't get it conflicted. I love all women. I deal with all women.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't care if you a toothpick. You can flop down on my head and my face. You can flop down on my head and my face and choke me out. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I love women.
My
But
ex-fiance was a
again,
BBW.
y'all men have a lot of expectations on women, and don't realize women have expectations on y'all
They
too.
do.
Y'all have
They do.
like certain things that y'all don't want, sizes and looks, and women do too. Y'all men be having motherfucking fupas too. Y'all be having stretch marks in weird ass places, because I done seen it, and I don't even deal with men. I'm like, oh shit, I didn't know y'all had stretch marks around his goddamn knees. Balls be uneven and stuff. You know, like women, they may not say nothing to you. Some may not say nothing to you, but it's like y'all have expectations on things y'all want and expect about certain people that y'all like. Women do too. And again, y'all gotta open up that dialect. And again, if somebody is not your type, what is the purpose of going through all of that and they're not even your type? Why am I spending money on you? Why am I taking you out? Why am I
digging her down?
Why am I even giving you my attention at all?
Why am I eating her coochie and she ain't sucking my dick?
Exactly. Why am I doing these things? Why
am I licking her toes and I'm not getting nothing out of none of it?
It's not even just that. How about your spirituality? Y'all don't even realize y'all bumping into a lot of people that's dealing with a lot of different spiritual things, and you're inviting these people to your table and you're signing yourself into an agreement. Boom. That love bombing, trauma bombing, and stuff that y'all doing out here, ain't realizing what you soul ties and all of that stuff, and astral planing, trying to catch people in their dreams because you can't catch them outside. You inviting these things to yourself. Then when they say you lay with people, you lay with all their spirits. That is real. Those ain't jokes. And you wonder why you keep your life still going around in a whole circle. You, like I say, value yourself. You gotta value yourself. The person that you trying to talk to should value themselves. And then, y'all gotta date each other. You gotta court each other. You shouldn't be just courting her. She should be courting you too. To know what the do's and don'ts. And like I said, so you won't be wasting your time. Like, if those are your deal. It's not wrong with you having deal breakers and stuff like that. But you do have to have realistic goals.
What's up, realistic goals? Final thought. Life be lifing. And you gotta understand that it's gonna take a lot of thinking, move slow, don't go so fast in life, and sometimes things will collapse, but don't panic, because you will overcome as much as everything is coming over top of you if you just stop. Pace yourself, think about it, and you will get over that obstacle if you just think and just really move forward and moving smarter, and don't make it harder for yourself. Sit to you.
Listen, I say love upon yourself, love upon your people that love on you. Be very aware of your surroundings and people who you share your space with. At all costs, always show self-love. Because my teacher always told me this one thing. The knowledge of the truth is the first sign of insanity. So if you're lying to yourself, what more do you have left? So allow yourself grace. Whatever your spirituality is, continue doing it. And again, love upon yourself. And y'all stay blessed.
And that being said, it's your boy, Mr. John Kingdom Entertainer. You already know what it is.
Sister Q the comedian. One love, y'all.